Hello there, YouTube. I think I've got a better method for recording here. Before I was using Windows Movie Maker and using the capture setting on that, and you know, it clearly was very low quality. Now I'm actually using YouTube's Quick Capture, and it seems to be working fairly well. So I guess this is a bit of advice to any of you who are using a webcam and microphone and that kind of combination that, this is the way to do it. Use YouTube's own quick capture, and it seems to be somewhat high quality, at least by YouTube standards. Anyway, so all that aside, the topic of today's video is my life and the changes that it has undergone in the past, I guess, a few months. Yeah. Anyway, um, really, I have to give you a little bit of an update first on a much longer period, in case you don't know about that, as many of my viewers probably don't. Um, you know, I won't go back as far as growing up, but or at least in much detail. But I grew up in New York, went to a couple colleges. You know, eventually found myself not really sure where I wanted to go to college next. Um, but that summer found myself with a lot of free time and met someone online. Now, I won't be too specific about her because she's someone who values her privacy very highly, and I totally respect that. Her and I are still in good terms, and even if we weren't, I wouldn't do anything to, you know, um, I guess, yeah, you know what I mean. I wouldn't do anything to betray her trust, even if we weren't on good terms, because that's just not the kind of person I am. But suffice to say, we met online, and I moved down here to North Carolina, where I am now, in order to meet her. Um, so I've been living down here over a year now. I guess maybe somewhere even in the range of getting close to 2 years. Um, no, that doesn't quite seem right. Anyway, you get the idea. It's been a while, and a couple of months ago, her and I broke up. Um, Now it would seem like quite a, huge ordeal, and it was, being, the girl that I moved down here to be with, but it wasn't as devastating as you might expect in terms of life upheaval, because I have had enough time down here to establish myself and to, have a lot of friends, have a lot of people that I'm in contact with, and just generally not feel stranded. Um, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever been on my own and been completely supporting myself. And well, I'm still getting a little from my parents, but that's gonna be gone soon, and it'll be just me. And I guess part of me never really thought that I could do that. Um, live completely in my own place and uh, do a job that gets me money that I use to pay for that place and my own food and my own whatever. It's all just me now, and that's a really good feeling. I'm not reliant on anyone. No one's reliant on me, and I'm doing good. I'm staying down here in North Carolina. That is the plan at this point, and just generally enjoying myself. Um, you know, I'm over the emotional stuff of the breakup for the most part, and um, just kind of getting through. So anyway, uh, let's see. So that has a lot to do with why I haven't been on YouTube and Gaia. Um, at first it was mostly, well, Gaia was more a losing interest thing. My interest just kind of waned for a bit, and at the same time, my life got really busy because I was actually doing two jobs at that point. But now I'm down to just one 40 hours a week job. I've still got quite a few hobbies and such, but so I'm keeping busy. But I do have time for Gaia, and I obviously have time for YouTube. Probably not too often, but maybe about a video a week. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Um, I'm still, yeah. The other thing that I wanted to mention was that when I was doing videos in the car, that was a lot because I think I first mentioned it in some of my first videos on there, that it was a lot of because of her, because again, the privacy thing, she didn't really want the inside of our apartment to be seen. Well, now that I'm in my apartment instead of, that other apartment, and I don't really feel I'm in much danger, I'm just kind of doing things like this now. My digital camera actually broke while I was living with her, which wasn't too huge a deal because I just started using hers. And actually, most of my videos I made on there were on her camera. And that was a lot of the reason that I didn't make videos when I first moved out because I didn't have a camera anymore. And before that, it was because I was no longer driving to school, which is when I did all of my car videos. That's why I had such long expanses of time just sitting there driving that you saw. I had, a really long commute to school. So, I didn't have that anymore for a while because I stopped going to school. Took, I don't know if it's taking a semester off or what at this point. I haven't really decided, but I am definitely not going back for in the near foreseeable future. But I am, establishing myself in regular life, and the option of going back is always there. So, we'll see how it goes. Let's see. So yeah, I was telling you why I wasn't doing videos for a while. So I stopped going to school, and so didn't have those long expanses of time, and she wanted me to do videos in some place that was not identifiable in connection with her. And so I was doing them in the car, and then I stopped using the car, so I was not doing videos anymore because I didn't really have a place to do them, or, a time to do them. And then once I moved out, I lost access to her camera. And I had the little webcam that I'm using now, but I didn't have this microphone yet. I had a headset microphone, which kind of to me looks stupid. I did a couple videos, which I'll probably upload later, using this microphone. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like it would seem silly to be wearing a headset thing while doing all of my videos. So I went home for Christmas, and my parents actually had a spare, microphone like this sitting around. And this, holding a microphone like this doesn't look stupid to me. So it's kind of a silly thing, but I definitely feel much better about doing videos having this microphone rather than the microphone down here. So that's what I'm going to do from now on, is use the setup that I'm using now. Let's see. So I'm now working 40 hours a week at a comic and gaming store. I probably won't tell you which one in these videos, but if you, get to know me and I feel like I can trust you after we've talked a little bit, I'm certainly willing to reveal much more personal stuff, like where I work and all that. I'm even actually considering, because I never feel too threatened by the internet, and maybe that's naivete, maybe that's a mistake, but I've been considering doing a video where I do tell you where I work.